Yes, it's our time for the Grumpy Old Man in the Shed in Wales, where we come up with some sort of an idea to make some sort of terrain or whatever it is today. My grandson asked me to make a barricade for his Warhammer board, and I thought, okay, how can I do this for free? And well, that's exactly what I'm going to do now. So let's have a look down. And some parts of this I might just narrate over, but we'll see how it goes. See if I can do it from scratch. I'll try. Let's have a look. Maybe use some corrugated steel sheets or something like that. That's what I'm thinking of. So I pre-cut some cardboard, which is free. I got it off out of a box. I scalloped that one edge there, and I thought, let's just get the hot glue gun and let's put some glue. Come on, glue gun. I've had a terrible day today. Nothing seems to be working today, and this is just going to be a nice quick build, and you can replicate this as many times as you want. So I thought, let's put that down on a bit of an angle like that. Just hold that in place till it sets. There we are. I'm not going to put it dead straight. I want it on a slight incline or slope or whatever you want to call it. Is that good enough? That is good enough. Now I put it on the base because I'm going to put some rocks and things on here, just to hold it down from, you know, just to make it look a little bit more. And I'll flatten that down. Push my finger over the edge of that just to get that all nice and compressed like that. So it's got a bit of a. It blends into the gaming table or the gaming mat or whatever you're using. There we are. Just flatten that down like that. That's what I love about cardboard, and it's free. Don't have to buy anything. So I got some of these sprues that I'm going to chop these nibbly bits off. There we are. I'm going to keep the nibbly bits. Need to keep them, and I'm just going to cut this to size. There we go. And that's going to go on there. That looks good. So let's just cut a couple of those. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Keeping all my little bits and pieces that I need. Yeah, I'm going to tack on with a little bit of super glue. Super glue, hot glue. There we go. That's going to go on there like that. That's good. I'm liking. Now there is a corrugation in obviously corrugated cardboard, and I'm not gonna measure these. I'm just gonna put these in place like this. I'm just gonna put them in willy-nilly. I want them straight. I want them straight as possible. There we are. That'll do. That's hot. That's hot. Take your skin off. Be careful. Yes. Don't do what the grumpy old man does. Yes. That's good enough. Does that look okay to me? That looks okay to me. How does that look out to you? I think that's looking okay. Let's get another nibbly knobbly bit. There we go. Nibbly. Cut that off there. Cut a couple of these chunks on the side off. I want to keep all these little bits because I'm going to put it in my pot to make some sprue stuff, which I'm going to play around with. But we'll see how we get on with that. So let's just put that in there like that. So I've got a frame there, and the idea is to put some sort of a frame there, like as if it's being held up. TD security alert on my phone. Oh, aye. Somebody's trying to access my account. Do they take all my money? Well, I got news for them. I haven't got any money. Anyway, there we go. Oh. And I'm just going to make 4 of these. 4 of these. Okay. And you guessed it, let's put them in place there. So I'll put a little bit of hot glue just by there, chucking in that there like that, and same there and there. Just a little blob of glue. I'll do me. This is quick and easy. Anybody can do this. Have a bit of fun. And why not? Yes. Any bit of peace and quiet I get is out here. There we are. So that is there. So what we're going to do then is we're going to put another one up there, which we will glue in place. I don't know whether to put it that way or that way, actually. I don't know whether to put it that way or that way. I'm not too sure. Anyway. Right. I'm going to cut them, I think. Aha! Secret weapon. I just went for a coffee. I'm not telling you where I went, but I think you can guess. So these are already. Look at that! Look at that! Amazing, that is. Absolutely amazing. Let's run our scissors just up there like this. And I'm going to cut that down there. Basically, try to get this all the same size. Now, it doesn't matter if these are perfect. But it's free. Free! I like free. It's free. So, now we got those, we can get the scissors and chop them up like that. I shall show you one I done as a test a little earlier, and we can change things up a bit if we want to. But we'll see what happens here. So we don't have to take the backing off this. There is a backing, as you could see on there, which we could quite easily remove if we wanted to, and that should just peel away quite nicely like that. And you might need a little bit of cleaning up. I got one of these little scribes. Oh, we can do that, and there we are. It's broken now. Never break anything, never chuck anything away, so we'll fray that. Looks as if it's a bit rusty. Maybe we could stick that down there or something like that. There we go. Or you can leave the cardboard on if you wanted to, and we can just place these up on there with a glue gun. So let's get gluing, Watch this stuff. It is hot. Hot, hot, hot. There we go. We can put another bit of glue on this one. Or we can put that just on a slightly different angle. Give it a little bit of variation. There you go. A little bit of variation. Boom, 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 boom. Make it look as if it's just been placed randomly. Just like that. And this type of thing, it's all about the painting. Let's try this one. Let's put this one on. Yeah, this is not as easy to manipulate as we maybe put that one on like that. He's rusted away and he's slipped. There you go. Basically just carry on doing that both sides I would suggest, because it would look really cool if we did that. So I'm gonna proceed with that, and we'll see what it looks like when that is done. And there we go. Yes, look, we've done it. We've managed to put our corrugation there, and on the back we got some stays as well. I need to put some gravel on there now just to make it look. I got some gravel or some mud, whatever terrain you're looking for. You could put grass in there, but I'll put a couple of stones on there just to make sure it's not going to go anywhere. But it's not going to go anywhere. Look, and there's our little Warhammer guy. There he is. There's our little Warhammer guy standing behind the barricade, ready to run around to shoot those pesky Tyranids. Yeah, so that's pretty good. So all we need to do now is put some gravel down on there, and let's give it a coat of paint and see what happens. I think he's going to be over the moon. What do you think? I think that's good. I've impressed myself. Okay, so I got some PVA glue. I'm just going to put a base onto this lovely barricade that we made out of sprues, a little bit of cardboard, and those pesky coffee holder container things. So let's put some PVA glue on. I'm thinking maybe a little bit of soil. I actually went out the other day and managed to get some soil, baked it in the oven, obviously to kill any bacteria. I've got a bit of that on a shelf to the side of me. I'm going to put a bit of soil on the back, or should I put it on the front? I might put it on the front actually, I'm thinking about it now. And I got some gravel and some sand and some bits and pieces that I made up as well. I think I might put that. Yeah, I'm going to put the soil on the front, I think. Yes. So just spreading that PVA glue liberally. I snap my stick just to get that to smooth along there like that. I'm not too worried about the metal sheeting. So anyway, this is the soil I said. I managed to get some of that. I got some lovely red soil around where I live. I'll bake that in the oven, obviously. Give it a little tap to get it to settle. And I've got some sand mixture, some gravel, some bits and pieces. It's just a mixture of stuff really. So I'm going to stick that on the back because I want to keep it like a neutral background, because I don't know exactly what gaming table this is going to go into. But this is a quick, simple, easy little build that you could do on a weekend. You could make a few of these up at the time. Don't forget to go and get that coffee. That's the most important thing. That should be okay as it is, but I'm going to make sure it's not going to go anywhere, because I want to seal the bottom of the cardboard in as well. So I'm going to put a little bit of where's my IP? Right, I'm going to put some of that. Isopropyl alcohol. Where is it to? There it is, over here. There we are. Spread a bit of that on, just to make sure, because I'm going to put some PVA on top of this, so it's just going to make sure that it's going to flow. There we go. Don't smoke anywhere near this. Don't put this anywhere near any naked flames, because it will go woof. Anyway, let's put some PVA glue on there. It's just watered down 50-50 with some water. And Mod Podge doesn't go yellow. PVA does tend to yellow over time. So I can show you how to get around that one. Anyway, that's that finished. Very happy with that. Let it dry now for 24 hours. And I'm going to do some painting. Right. That looks absolutely awesome. There you go. All done. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to brush over this with a little bit of silver, just to give it that metally type of look. Now you could add some rust to this as well. If you've got some rusty brown colour, you could add rust to it, which would be good. It would give it that really worn looking effect. So basically just a dry brush, a bit of silver over the full surface of the corrugated sheets. And yeah, I'm liking the way this is looking actually. So everything is nice and dry now. Everything is nice and hard. It is double thickness, so that's not a big problem. We're gonna have to think about something to cross the top of this now, just to give it a little bit more height. And basically, it's just a barricade that you can put on the terrain, and that's all it is. Okay, so I'm going to continue on brushing this on, and let's see what it looks like. Okay, just finished the front off. I'm quite happy with it. I'm going to leave it as it is. Yeah, I could put some rusty red ochre type of paint on that just to make it look very rusty, but I'm just going to do the backs as well. I'm going to do these upright posts. The support posts can be left. You can paint them brown if you want to paint them brown to make them look a little bit like weathered wood if you wanted to do that. I'm just going to paint them silver. Because I am. These are the sprues obviously that I repurposed, which is good. It's just making use of rubbish and recycling and all that type of stuff and saving yourself some money in the process. So yeah, as I'm doing this, I'm thinking about what am I going to do across the top. I have got an idea actually. I've got something in a drawer that I had in the supermarket, and when I got it home I thought, ooh, that could be useful. And I've got a drawer full of stuff. Like everybody, I've just got a utility drawer full of bits and pieces and whatnots. And more often than not, I use more whatnots than bits and pieces. Yeah, so like I said, a bit of rust on this would look nice actually. I could have done that. Never mind. It doesn't matter. This is just a quick video. You can do this exactly any way you want. Looking good. Happy with that. Very nice. So got myself a couple of cocktail sticks. I'm just making, well, no, I won't cut them. I'll just put them in full. I'm just going to put them in as they are. I'm going to try and push it in to the little bit of cardboard that we put the base on. So it'll be secured in place by the base, so we don't want these walking about now, and I surely don't want these sharp edges. You put your hand down by mistake and catch these, they'll go straight into your hand, and you don't want to do that. So I'm going to have to nip a couple of them off. So I'm just going to push these down straight into the base, secure them as much as I can. You can put a drop of super glue, or you can put a drop of PVA glue around the base of these if you want to, just to make sure they're well and truly stuck. PVA might be better because it'll actually run down in between the two pieces of corrugation. So yeah, I'm not worrying too much about that, but secure them in place. I'm just getting my snips, and I'm going to snip along the top because I don't want those sharp points. You could put somebody's eye out with that. Ah, ooh, just got one in my eye. No, I didn't really. I'm only teasing, but you could do. You could. So what's next? Well, we need to paint them, don't we? I think I need to get some paint. Paint. Black paint. Black paint is a good one, I think. We need some black paint. Where's my black paint? I'm searching for my black paint. There we go. I've got no black paint, but I have found some of this. Yeah, this is actually a casing around my onions. As I was looking for my paint, I thought, oh, look what I found. I found some plastic sheeting. So let's snip a piece of this off and get that painted. I found my black paint. just chucking a bit of paint on the top of these. I should really wait for these to dry, but I'm anxious to get on to the next stage. So yeah, just wait for them to dry if you want to, but I don't think I'm going to bother. I'm going to get paint all over my hands. That's what I normally do. I have fun. I enjoy myself. It's yeah, just enjoy the process of making stuff. That's what I do. Right, this is just ordinary black paint that I mixed up myself. Got a bit of craft paint, and I've just thinned it down with a bit of thinners that I make. If you want to see how that, just have a look at a video that I've posted, how to thin your paints. Or you can get extender and extend some black paint that you already got. That's a good one as well. Okay, so this is what I did. I actually threw a little bit of silver paint over the top of this netting that's come with my onions. So let's get that on. Very good. All looks good. Got paint on my fingers. Doesn't matter. And there we go. We got a little bit of, I don't know what we'd call that, chain mesh fencing. If it works, it works. It's free. Everything I've done by you is free. Yep, absolutely. Soil from the garden, and bits and pieces from around the house, and some sleeves from the coffee shop, some cocktail sticks that I found in the cupboard. What more do you want than free? Now it's missing something. I'm thinking maybe a little bit of grass. Some grass tufts that I've got lying around. Made some of these myself with a static grass applicator. I'm going to do a video on that, how to make these grass tufts. Get off my finger. Get off. Just get in there. There we go. These are these little brown ones. I'm going to put a little bit of green as well, just to give it a little bit of colour. Just stick that on the corner there like that. There you go. Happy days. Looking good. And there's the back with a bit of sand I had from one of the kids' play pens. Okay, went to the printer, printed some sheets out. You can get these online. Doesn't really matter which ones they are as long as they look okay. There's some Fallout 4s, and there's some Warhammer ones, and all these other different types of posters. Use these for my dioramas. I got a few of these. Bit of PVA glue, that's what we need to stick that on. So just neat PVA glue. Just going to use a little bit of scrap cardboard for this. And then I'm going to find myself a winky old brush. I'm really impressed the way this is looking. I shouldn't make a couple more, actually. Would be good. I'm thinking of making some trenches for my creek. Anyway, let's get some PVA glue on the back of this. You don't want much. Just make it sticky. There we are. One sticky bit of paper. And let's just do the other poster. You choose which ones you want. I don't even know what these are. I've just picked random ones. Sometimes random is better. That's what I find. Okay, you can weather these as well. A bit of paint, some wash or something like that, or you can tear them, make them look a little bit worn. I'm not going to bother doing any of that. Come on. Come on. It's sticking. There we go. You use a Pritt stick for this as well. So let's just stick that on there. It's looking good. Hang on. And let's get that adjusted. There you go. It was a bit close to that grass, actually. There we are. It was a bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. Anyway, let's continue. Hazard sign on there as well. You can put a couple of these on the back if you want to. Okay, what else have we got? Just another little poster. We'll just stick that one there, like that. There you go. Sorry, my watch is in the way. Come on. It doesn't. Sometimes they just don't want to come off. They don't. So I'm going to fold a corner of this one, I think, just to give it a little bit of character. But like I said, don't forget to weather them and rip them and some bullet holes or whatever you want to do. There you go. And there's our barrier, all nice and done. Doesn't that look effective? I think it does. Yes. Very happy with that indeed. So I'm just going to get a little bit of PVA glue just on the top of that now, just to seal that in place, so it won't come off. And it can act as an undercoat for a little bit of weathering paint as well if you want to do that. So, but I'm leaving it as it is today. I think it looks awesome. I'm really happy with that. I should sell these, shouldn't I? I should. Make a fortune. So don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe if you like what you've seen today and you want a little bit more terrain building, bit of fun from scraps. Just let me know and leave a message in the comments. Give me a thumbs up and all that jazz. And I'll see you on the dark side.